Hi everyone, I previously made a video on February 3rd on Stormy Daniels and her alleged affair with Donald Trump in 2006. This was unfortunately blocked and taken down. Now that it has become much more clear that this affair actually happened. In particular, one of Trump's lawyers admitted having paid her $130,000 as hush money. Another lawyer from the Trump team was apparently as well involved in getting a restraining order. So all this has happened in the last 1.5 months, and now I'm trying to upload this video again. So hope it stays on this time, and here it comes. Bye. Hey, here I wanted to look at a recent interview of Stormy Daniels, a former adult movie star, by Jimmy Kimmel. And it's about her affair from 2006 with Donald Trump, which she admitted in a 2011 interview. The real issue is about a recent alleged non-disclosure agreement that means $130,000 of hush money to not talk about it. So basically, we know what happened. She had the affair. She did the interview because there's a transcript, parts of which Jim is reading in the show. The only issue is whether she received the hush money. However, as Jimmy says, if you wouldn't have a non-disclosure agreement, you would just say it. So the fact that she doesn't admit anything or doesn't even talk about it, of course, means she received the money. And so here we just want to look how she handles the situation.
About 3 hours ago, I go on the internet and I see this letter that pops up. It says, official statement of Stormy Daniels. To whom it may concern. Over the past few weeks, I've been asked countless times.
So here she listens very attentively. She doesn't move very much. Because of her appearance, you can also see how strongly she breathes. So she's nervous, but that's not surprising.
I work for the FBI and I'm a man, according to the internet today.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, we'll have to do a full examination.
She has these burst-like laughs. I mean, that just means she's nervous and she's dissipating some of her anxiety in terms of laughter. Yeah, other people fiddle around.
So, do you think the president is watching right now? I like to imagine him.
I don't want to imagine him.
So here she uses an emblem. She's blinking very rapidly. Blinking very rapidly means that one is annoyed, and it's often also used as a sign of making false statements in terms of lie detection. Here it's just an emblem. She just plays with this. She's pretending to be irritated about the picture Kimmel paints about her with Donald Trump. So this is just acting here right now. And here's a little mouse corners going down, unhappy. But it's play.
You don't have to imagine him. I mean...
Another laughter to dissipate her anxiety. Also, when people close their eyes, they want to exclude certain images. They want to distance themselves. This is another indicator that the whole situation is somewhat painful for her. Also, she agreed to be on the show.
So I like to imagine him, though, lying in his bed with cheeseburger wrappers just all over him. And he's like...
Again, rapid blinking. Yeah, she's playing to be annoyed. Yeah.
I was so great at the State of the Union tonight. Then he turns on the TV and he's like, oh no, Stormy, why are you on that talk show when you could be here in bed with me having the most fantastic...
Again, closing the eyes when she laughs. It is an unpleasant situation.
...lovemaking of your entire life.
I'm glad I didn't put food on my rider in the dressing room.
All right, was it that unpleasant of an experience?
It's an unpleasant picture you're painting there.
Uh-huh. That's interesting. That's fascinating. I know you either do or don't have a non-disclosure agreement, which, if you didn't have a non-disclosure agreement, you most certainly could say, I don't have a non-disclosure agreement. Yes?
You're so smart, Jimmy.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, these are just ways to avoid direct answers by either humor, like in this case, mocking his smartness, or previously returning the question with a question. Obviously we know what happened. She's just doesn't know how much she can say now on the show.
There was an interview, of course you know about this, in In Touch magazine in 2011. Did you do that interview?
She looks to the side, she freezes, so she's thinking very hard, what she can say and what she can't say.
Not as it is written.
Not as it is written. But they did release a transcript of what you said. Is that transcript incorrect?
I honestly haven't seen the whole transcript.
So that's a truthful statement. She responds immediately. She doesn't have to come up with an answer. This is a spontaneous response. Yeah. So I'm sure she's embarrassed about the whole thing, and she doesn't want to look at the details of the interview.
Haven't?
No, I'm too scared to look at it.
And
Let's
that's
go.
truthful.
No, it's not.
Again, her hysterical laughter just to dissipate her anxiety. She also moves backwards, so she tries to distance herself from this whole situation now, him reading of the transcripts.
You're at a golf
But he does
tournament
it
in Lake
anyway.
Tahoe. You notice Trump looking at you on the course.
So one thing we are seeing here now, she's very still. And so basically now we are trying to read her responses, her very few responses to his statements. And so she's trying to be very still, to not give anything away. So we look at her stillness, but let's look at her eyes and her head.
He approached you in the gift room. He asked for your number, asked you to have dinner with him.
Whenever he makes a statement, she blinks twice. And this is effectively saying yes. This is an agreement to what he's saying. If she wouldn't agree, she would move her head to the side, to the left or to the right, or show certain facial expressions of disgust or something like that. But here she just blinks, essentially agreeing with what he's saying.
You told him you would meet him in his room. He asked you to meet him in his room. You
Here again, meet in the room, she blinks twice.
assumed you'd be going out to dinner. When you got there, he was in pajama pants.
She's very still, she doesn't want to give anything away, but she blinks after his statement, so she's agreeing.
He asked you a lot of questions about the business side of the
I
adult
thought
film
this was a
industry.
talk show.
Now she's deflecting with
A
humor.
horror movie. This is a whole different pay scale.
Good deflection. Very good.
You were very smart, which seems to be true, and you should be on The Apprentice. You said, no,
She's blinking whenever he makes statements.
you're not going to be able to get me on The Apprentice. He said, I can get you on The Apprentice. You engaged in textbook generic sex. He did not use...
So here we would expect denial of some kind, but she just blinks and she raises her eyebrows. So it would be an indication that she's skeptical about what he's saying. However, in this case, it's just played. She wants to give some sort of response here, and this is a good response to give. She doesn't need to deny anything. She's not shaking her head. She doesn't show disgust. She's trying to appear at least skeptical.
Use protection afterward.
Here as well, of course, now she's blinking, so she's slightly irritated about it. Sets this out in the open.
He told you want
It's a very tense moment for her, so she's again dissipating with laughter. Some women do that. Instead of fiddling around, they just laugh hysterically.
to see you again and asked you to sign a copy of one of your DVDs.
She's very still and closing her eyes slightly. She's listening very attentively.
Well, he does have good taste, I guess.
Again, deflecting this humor.
He kept calling you for months after that. You had dinner with him at the Beverly Hills Hotel. While you were there,
She blinked again, so confirming the
he was
statement.
watching Shark Week.
Hysterical laughter, again dissipating energy.
This detail is so
And closing the eyes as well. Did you see that? Let's look at it in slow motion.
watching Shark Week.
Hysterical laughter. And the key thing is she closes her eyes. She just doesn't want to think of that. And she's hiding, yeah? Somewhat ashamed,
This detail.
bringing her head down.
Do you feel like you're a victim in any sense?
Again, she's looking to the right. She's concentrating now. She has to think and filter what she can say. That's the thing about lying. It has to be put in context, and it gets really hard to maintain it. By not denying the non-disclosure agreement, she basically confirmed it. And we saw a mixture of played behavior in terms of her annoyed blinking and hysterical laughing. But we also saw involuntary behavior in terms of frozen face and making pauses before answering. Okay, I hope you liked my analysis and talk to you next time. Bye.